Hi, everyone. Welcome to Teach in 2. My name is Mansa Shroff, and I'm so pleased to welcome the next guest, Professor Jaideep Prabhu. Thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, Manta.
So, Professor Prabhu teaches marketing at University of Cambridge Judge Business School. A fun fact, he was one of the professors who actually convinced me to pick the Cambridge MBA. He is the author of Jugaad Innovation and Frugal Innovation, How to Do Better with Less. He is here to talk about a concept that he coined, which in the context of healthcare can change how we supply essential medicines. So, Professor Prabhu, can you teach us a little bit more about Jugaad Innovation in under 2 minutes?
Absolutely. So, Jugaad to all Indians is very familiar. It's an approach that Indians use to be able to overcome the lack of resources in their environment. And how they do that is by using their ingenuity, their native ingenuity. So, they have ingenious ways of doing more and better with less, using the resources they do have to substitute for resources they don't and often come up with solutions that are highly affordable and inclusive. There are many examples of this, not only in India, across sectors, but we also see this very approach in other countries, not only in other emerging economies, but also in Western countries, where you see, for instance, startups approach innovation in this very frugal, flexible, and inclusive way. Now, it has particular relevance to healthcare because we know that the costs of healthcare are increasing everywhere in the world, in some cases to unsustainable levels. But yet, it's so essential to people. So, what will people do? What will populations do when the healthcare is so expensive and unaffordable? When pharmaceutical drugs are unaffordable? When medical devices are unaffordable? They would have to resort to this kind of innovation because this kind of innovation can often come up with solutions that are not only effective but highly affordable. And because they're highly affordable, can be available and accessible to large numbers, possibly to entire populations. I'll give you a very simple example. This is an example of an organization called Cola Life, which operates in Africa
Okay.
to distribute oral rehydration packs, which are designed to fit in the gaps between Coca Cola bottles in the crates. And essentially, they then piggyback on the supply chain and the distribution network of Coca Cola. So it's ideas like this simple, which are affordable, and can bring health to people around the world.
That's very, very interesting to think about that innovation doesn't always have to be disruptive. It can also be more systematic and simple and use an existing infrastructure or perhaps something that's low cost to reach a wider audience, right? So I love that terminology. And you said you coined it, correct? Jugaad Innovation?
Well, I can't take credit for that because 1.4 billion Indians use that term. But yes, me and my co-authors added the word innovation to
Hugely love.
distinguish it from everyday hacks and to talk about more systematic jugaad that happens in organizations.
Love it. Absolutely love it. Great. Thank you so much for being here on Teach and Two and teaching all of us about Jugaad Innovation. I hope a lot more entrepreneurs learn about this concept and we can think a little differently about what innovation could potentially be. So thank you for joining me.
Thank you.